9051.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Are you great with people? Do you have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Searching for a comfortable lounge environment where you can bring your own scotch, whiskey, bourbon, and enjoy a relaxing environment with leather recliners, couches, TVs, sports, movies, and a poker table, and all the other fine amenities of life? Come to Black House Cigars and ask us how you can become a member and get 24-hour access. We are veteran-owned and operated and open 7 days a week. Black House Cigars has fresh, hand-rolled, premium, aged organic cigars that are the best money can buy and come with the satisfaction guarantee. Come to O-Town Spring at 318 Gentry Street or visit us online at blackhousecigars.com.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
We are broadcasting live from the Woodlands, Texas to the world. You're listening to the only multimedia FM station in Houston, Texas. Your Fusion Radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented or submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Welcome to Daily Buzz Radio Show, DailyBuzzRadioShow.com, 91.1 FM, TheBoss.com, Mr. Penn. My name's Sidney Young. I am your host today. Tressa Ray is in Chicago. You know, some big, flying around the country doing things. We have Cachet Mendez.
Well, hello, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, Cachet, man. As soon as I called Cachet and said, can you fill in? She said, I got to check. I'm supposed to be shopping in a gallery. I really don't have time to do a peasant show. But
life, Sid.
I guess, she's busy.
But I enjoy coming
Now, what I really like was, I like how security showed up first and bomb sweep the building, and then your entourage showed up, and you finally got out of the car. I appreciate that.
Well, that's the only way it has to be done. I have to be secure. And safe, you know? I mean,
you don't just you don't just get Cachet Mendez, okay?
You don't. But for you, Sid,
yeah.
It happens.
It's getting deep in here. These are new shoes, too. Why you do that to me?
You know what? No, thanks for having me. I mean, I love it up here.
Yeah.
You're an actor. Where's Tressa?
Tressa took on a plane yesterday to go to Chicago, see her brothers and a few other people. Okay. She'll be back next week. She's, but if I had to have a fill-in for Tressa, it 200% would have been
she
you.
would love it that I'm here for her.
She would.
She's a doll, so I certainly...
Hey, you know what? Let's talk about something, Cachet.
Okay.
You're in the radio business. Well, soon to be.
Am I?
Designer Divas.
Here I am. Do you know about that? Do you know about that place?
Have you been there? I actually have not, so I'm not going to lie. I was getting ready to tell a lie. You could tell I was getting ready to lie, couldn't you?
Yeah,
okay.
A little bit.
Designer Divas is owned by Cachet. Tell us a little bit about it.
You know what? So it was kind of one of those ideas. I call it the best kept secret here in the Woodlands.
Oh.
And I worked for many years in the corporate world, left that, and decided I got to do something. And I had to do something fun. So Designer Divas, 5 years. It's your go-to luxury high-end consignment.
Wow.
And I do everything from taking in some of the finest bags and shoes and accessories and sell those off. And then
my girlfriend says I'm a fine bag.
Well, that's what I said. You need to come. Well, I don't know about all that. That's what she says. But
she said my warranty's up. I'm good.
No, but certainly you need to come shopping for her. Christmas is right around the corner.
But you see, you're online. I need like a store you walk in and buy.
I'm online, and I do private appointments. I have a little showroom as well.
Really?
But those are you book private appointments to do that. So
that is cool.
The reality is, I'm that one-stop go to
Designer Diva.
Designer Divas, and my website is Designer Divas Luxe, Luxe.com.
What does that mean? What does Lux mean?
Well, it stands for luxury.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah. I'm sorry.
You just said you had the security, the red carpet.
You know, so,
you only
Shane,
knew that
I ain't there,
yeah.
man. You know, I ain't educated like y'all money
But
people.
you know what? The
Excuse me.
good part about it is you can do that, and it's a savings because you don't have to pay full price by
Really?
going to Designer Divas. Yeah.
No, you say consignments. These are luxury items that you personally inspect, right?
Well, sure. Everything gets authenticated because you know there's some things out there that are not always as real as they say they are. So I take the time to authenticate every bag that comes through my door.
Really?
Yeah, and then like you said, I get them from all of the clients. I have over 100, both in the Woodlands and Houston.
What's some of the average cost of some of these items?
Well,
Ooh, yeah.
it just
Let's talk
depends.
some money.
It just
Talking
depends.
money with Cachet.
You know, there are bags that retail as much as
market in there.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
no, he's right. There are bags that retail like $300,000.
What?
So why would you want to pay $300 when you can come to Designer Divas and pay less?
How much?
Well, it just depends. It depends on what that. If you're talking a $300,000 bag, and it's in great condition, you know, anywhere from 60% still from what the retail value is what you would pay on that. So you get about a cost savings of about 40% on that bag.
Let me just. I'm not buying a $300,000 bag.
Okay.
I can go. You know my
And don't tell your girlfriend that.
You know my luggage. My luggage is my luggage from Walmart. See those plastic bags from Walmart.
But you know what? I also have bags that are like $500.
Do you really?
Right. So anywhere there's a bag for everyone.
But and that's just it.
There's a budget for everyone.
But I love the fact that you have a high end. You cater to high end clients for that, and that's a great thing. Designer Divas is really going to be a really big name, not just in the fashion world, but Designer Divas also is working on a deal of having her own show to feature some of this coming up in January. So we're going to talk more about that too. Now today is Friday, which is also on the Daily Buzz Radio Show Financial Friday. And on Financial Friday, we talk about finance. Before we do that, I'm going to talk about a couple of events. Black House Cigars in Old Town Spring. Brad Morrow, we're out there yesterday doing a live show out there. He was showing how to hand roll cigars, showing how the experience that you have when you walk in Black House Cigars. Old Town Spring, y'all know the address. Go see Brad. Now, December 31st, New Year's Eve, starting at 7 o'clock that night, he has the Pirate Blast. Is that correct, Trey? Yes. Pirate Blast. And if you go out there, you dress like a pirate, he gives you a free cigar. They ought to have an awesome time out there. We can't make it. We have a prior commitment before this came around, but it'll be fun. Now, let's talk about Angela Aja. Author Angela Aja. She wrote a book. She was our guest yesterday. It was her second, third time being back on the show at the Butler House in Spring, which is I went out the other night, had dinner with the owner, Brian, just an incredible guy. And the Butler House is hosting Angela Aja for a coming out party for her book, January 10th. Right now, I think they have about 100 people booked as far as guests, so contact the Butler House to get on the list to get out there that particular day. They do have an occupancy load. I don't know what it is, but they'll eventually cut people off. So, Angela Aja with her book and January 10th at Butler House. Now, we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we have the Fitzpatrick Group, Shane Rankin and Ryan Moorhead. Remember, you ain't banking, you ain't with Shane Rankin. Your money be stanking. We're going to take a break. We come back. Shane Rankin and Ryan Moorhead with Fitzpatrick Group. We'll be right back.
Hey, don't change that dial. We will be right back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Watch us live in our social media, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you want to make your college experience different? Become an intern with 91.1 The Boss. We are interviewing interns today. Contact us at 713-370-5051.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station, 91.1 FM The Boss.
Could your business use more customers? Could your business use more online traffic? Sponsor with 91.1 The Boss radio station and let our multimedia radio station promote your business. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Are you great with people? Do you have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Angela Aja, author and writer of the book Summit to Soar, is hosting her book launch party at the Butler House on January 10th from 6 to 8 p.m., located at 23931 Butler Road in Spring, Texas. The evening will feature her 5 stages of the rise of a woman, a book cover reveal, a reading by the author, light bites, and drinks. Please RSVP through the event on Facebook, Summit to Soar. Thank you to the generous sponsors, the Butler House Restaurant, Reading Boutique, and Behind the Gates magazine of Carlton Woods.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Woohoo! We're back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Woohoo! Welcome back. We are here with Cache Mendez and Ryan Moorhead and Shane Rankin with Fitzpatrick Group. Welcome, guys.
How's it going, Sid?
Man, we thought we were doing good till y'all showed up. Y'all doing good.
The money has just arrived.
The Brinks truck is here. Woo! Man, Shane, y'all tell us about Fitzpatrick Group.
Yeah, so first off, thank you for having me back on the show. Had a blast last time we were on here. Decided to bring Ryan Moorhead, one of our senior partners with the Fitzpatrick Group, here with me today. He was actually one of the guys who got me into this business. So let him introduce himself a little bit and kind of get to know him. And we'll go into it, man.
Senior partner.
Yep.
Yeah,
move out the way, Shane.
Yeah, I want to hear what he has to say.
Right. Get me out of here.
Nah, Shane knows just as much as I do. So again, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Well, tell us a little bit about your organization.
You know, so at the end of the day, Cindy, we're called an independent financial services firm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means we do a lot of stuff. But I would tell you our highest and best use is creating tax diversified portfolios for both individuals and businesses. And the reason for that is it's just very simple. We'd like for you to keep more of your money in your pocket and give less to the government if we can, right? We're big IRS tax code nerds, not from a CPA sense, but you know the tax code it applies to everybody. And basically, there's really 2 sets of taxes in the tax code: the required ones and the voluntary ones. If we can show you how to cut out the voluntary ones, then you're just better off keeping more money in your pocket.
I like that. We knew Shane was a nerd. We didn't think you were. Okay.
Big nerds, for sure.
Now, Shane, man, you know you got a lot of money.
No, really? You mean,
Selling them Birkins.
You mean, you know, but you know what? That's the way to think, right?
Yeah.
You know,
whether you have 0 or you have 100, I have to think that way.
You know, she walked in a little bit ago. I saw her walking the hallway. She blew her nose, $100 bill, and threw it on the floor and kept on walking.
You know what? He provides the hundreds.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening?
Now, Cache, with some of your money, okay, now there's a perception that if I go see you, I need to have $1 million to bring to you. What is that a perception? Is that the truth? What's all about that?
That's an absolute perception. I work with clients who are making anywhere between $30,000 a year,
Really?
to $3, $4, $5, $6 million a year. I believe every single person out there deserves the education that the top 1% of the 1% are getting, and that's the main course of the Fitzpatrick Group, is to educate. Let you decide what you want to do with your money, but if we can show you some pointers, if we can show you some creative ideas, how to eliminate the tax liability on the back end of your working career or back end of life, as well as legacy planning for children, grandchildren, what we call generational wealth strategies, we're here for that. So we do not have a minimum requirement as far as income or assets on hand to work with us at all.
So let's say I want to schedule an appointment with you, or how would I go about doing that? Just calling up and
You got to call his people.
Yeah.
Have his people call your people.
I mean, I'm thinking about my business, right?
No, without a doubt. So especially
know.
for business owners, a lot of the planning that we do impacts them to an even greater standpoint on the today as well as in the future. But yes, we're very easy to get a hold of. You can reach me. I know Sydney, and then we'll have my cell phone number and my email attached to this later on. Just reach out, give a call if you know somebody.
What's y'all's webpage?
The webpage is www.fitzgrp.com. FITZGRP.com.
Now let's talk about something. Last time you were here, you talked about a program, and I mentioned a little bit about this, Cache. This program is unique, and I said, how in the heck you do that? But you do it, and you're very successful at it, and that is the investment grade insurance program.
Yes, so that is one of the strategies that we use. The wealthy have been using that strategy for generations, because under the umbrella of life insurance. Now, this isn't your life insurance, again, that you buy at 3 o'clock in the morning on Select Quote or Call Big Lou.
Call Big Lou.
Yeah, these are very
Big Lou.
large, major mutual companies that have a historic track record of paying dividends for over 100 years. So when we're designing these types of policies, we can actually show people how to get between 9 to 15%
Wow.
taxable equivalent yield returns within an insurance chassis. Now keep that in mind. That is a non-market based fixed asset.
What kind of time frame?
Anywhere between 10 to 40 years, just depending
Really?
on when your timeline is.
Is that considered like a compounding effect?
It is compound interest in its absolute purest form.
Awesome.
Yes. Einstein said it.
See? I know a
Compound
little
interest
something.
is
See,
the
hey, I like. I'm
world.
sitting there going. I'm looking at you
I
like,
guess
what
I'm
did you
like,
say?
wait, I asked that question. I'm going to
Yeah.
be wrong.
Yeah. No, it is compound interest in its
Compound
purest
money.
form.
Okay.
You notice how
Yes.
you put the two words together in the same sentence. I like
I
Yeah.
know
that.
how to make it.
That's an important point, right?
Yeah.
To Shane's point, Einstein called it compound interest the eighth wonder of the world.
Right.
And we
Right.
generally agree with that, except with one little tweak. Really, the way to build wealth is uninterrupted compound interest.
Okay.
Right? And,
Yeah.
and in a lot of market-based portfolios and stuff, that compound interest can get interrupted.
Sure.
Down years, you got to pull some
Check
out,
out.
whatever. The flexibility to take money in and out when you want without interrupting that compound curve
That's huge.
is really the way to building wealth.
Ryan, did you just say that the freedom to take your money out unpenalized, or
Yeah.
That's right.
While it still
your
continues to
money.
grow.
While it still continues to go, right?
Correct.
Because if you think
Oh.
about it, a lot of the typical financial advice out there, which is fine, right?
Sure.
I say, look, there's not right and wrong, but there's less efficient and more efficient.
there you go.
And a lot of the stuff that's out there, it's all, we're big believers. Look, the secret to building wealth, either personally or in your business, is not dollar cost averaging mutual funds. A lot of people do that because it's easy, and if you time the market right and catch a break with taxes, it could work, right? But rather, Shane and I would say, look, the way to really build wealth is to have access to capital when opportunities come up, right? That could be buying real estate. That could be buying a business. Frankly, it could be market opportunities, right? Market corrections, things like that. So back to the point. We use these uninterrupted compound interest vehicles
Right.
to build liquid cash positions for people
Okay.
that are growing at a much higher and more efficient clip than having the money sitting in a bank, but yet that are deployable at any time to take advantage of the next opportunity. No taxes, no penalties. Regardless of your age, doesn't matter.
I got a question for you. Define uninterrupted.
Yeah, so the way properly structured insurance contracts work, we call investment grade insurance. And to Shane's point, we're not talking run of the mill stuff, right? Insurance takes a lot of bad rap, and frankly, a lot of the bad things you hear about insurance is true.
Yes.
Right? But the good stuff is really, really good. And so when they're properly structured, what it allows you to do, I can take money out, put it back in a later time frame at my leisure. No promissory note, no promise to repay anything.
Yep.
And when I do that, I retroactively collect all the dividends and interest I would have earned had the money been sitting there the whole time.
Wow.
There's a lot of power in that.
That's huge.
That's not something you can do in a market-based portfolio, right? Because you could essentially take money, cash it out of your brokerage account,
Right,
And
right.
go spend it on something, but you're dependent on the sales price of the day. And when you take it out, when you put it back in, the sales price of the day is also going to be a factor.
Yeah.
And if the market grew 10% while your money was out,
Yep.
the market's not going to give you your 10% back to you.
Right.
Right.
Remember last time, Cindy, I don't know if you remember when I talked about cloning a dollar to work in 2, sometimes 3 places at once.
Yeah.
The only way you can do that is through these types of vehicles, which becomes way more powerful. If you have a dollar working in 3 places at once, even if one of those investments that you decide to use
You still got
doesn't
2
go
others.
well, so you go 2 out of 3, you have a better chance of winning
Wow.
at the overall game of things.
And I'm going to say something real quick,
Yeah.
and I know everyone's probably freaking out right now about the stock market.
I was
And-
just about to bring
and
that up.
I'm glad,
Yep.
and to your point you mentioned earlier about correcting itself, and I'm hearing that word, that, it's correcting itself because we've had such a great run.
Yep.
But let's just reassure everyone, because I know I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I pull all my stuff out? Where are we going with all this? I mean, is this a normal fear? I mean, what should we do right now? Leave everything alone, just kind of let the market ride itself out,
Good
continue
question.
to see 400 points, 500 points drop. I mean, it's crazy.
I would tell you this, right? A lot of it, and I tell this to all the people that we visit with. Say, look, I don't necessarily care what you do with your money, but I do want you to believe in it.
Yeah.
But I want you to understand how it works, both today and in the future, right? And kind of to that point, I see we sit across from a lot of people every day, and I just ask them quite simply,
Yeah.
are you a fan of the market? No, I can't stand it. It goes up and down. It's a house of cards.
That's me.
Then if you're not a fan of the market, get out.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But we typically stay in the market because we don't realize there's other opportunities. I think we have this perception that it's either market stuff, try to get some rate of return,
Or real
yeah, we
estate.
know there's some losses, or savings accounts.
Right.
Well, there are more efficient, there's other ways to do it, right? So that's one thing. In terms of when the market is going to go up and down day to day, To be quite frank, I don't know. And anybody that tells you they know, if they knew, they'd be the richest person on the planet, right? Because they'd be time in the market themselves. So for me to say what should you do, first of all, there's a bigger question. I don't know what your financial position is. I don't know what your strategies are, what you believe in.
Right.
So I can't really tell you. But there's so many things that affect the market, right? What's going on in China, Brexit, terrorism around the world has a big effect.
Yeah.
Who's saying what? All of these things kind of fictitiously affect the market in the short run. So you see a lot of these ups and downs. Really, it's like, what do we expect in the long run? Right now, my personal belief is the market's way overvalued. It's at an all-time high. As a result, me personally, I have very little money in the market right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you shouldn't, because I don't know what you believe in or what you
Well,
think.
I think I'm going to go right now and get rid of it all. What
Yeah.
No.
Shane Rankin, Ryan Moorhead, Fitzpatrick Group. When we come back, we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the number 0.
Yes, sir.
That's right. We're talking the number 0 in the finance world. Financial Friday. We're right back. Do not go away.
Hey, don't change that dial. We will be right back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Mixing genres and generations, all in one station. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
Do you want to make your college experience different? Become an intern with 91.1 The Boss. We are interviewing interns today. Contact us at 713-370-5051.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Could your business use more customers? Could your business use more online traffic? Sponsor with 91.1 The Boss radio station and let our multimedia radio station promote your business. Contact us today at 713-370-5051. Are you great with people? Do you have professional experience? 91.1 The Boss wants to interview you as a sponsorship promoter. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Searching for a comfortable lounge environment where you can bring your own scotch, whiskey, bourbon, and enjoy a relaxing environment with leather recliners, couches, TVs, sports, movies, and a poker table, and all the other fine amenities of life? Come to Black House Cigars and ask us how you can become a member and get 24-hour access. We are veteran-owned and operated and open 7 days a week. Black House Cigars has fresh, hand-rolled, premium, aged organic cigars that are the best money can buy and come with the satisfaction guarantee. Come to O-Town Spring at 318 Gentry Street or visit us online at blackhousecigars.com.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Woohoo! We're back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Welcome back. Financial Friday, Daily Buzz Radio Show. DailyBuzzRadioShow.com, RadioBoss.com, 91.1 FM The Boss. Did not catch a pin again. Cachet. Over 2.
Yeah, maybe you need to give that up.
I probably should. Trust me, tell me that. Shane Rankin, Ryan Moorhead with Fitzpatrick Group. Now we're talking 0. Talk to me, Daddy.
Yes, sir. So last time I came on the show, I told you a little bit about the power of 0. What that relates to is how to effectively retire individuals, business owners, so on and so forth in that 0% tax bracket. What I want to relate it to is because not everybody understands how the taxes on their assets work. I want to relate it to a mortgage. So for instance, Sydney, if you're coming in to buy a house, to get a mortgage, and I say, sure, you're approved for a mortgage, what's probably going to be your first question?
How the heck do you do that?
How much? Interest
I got
rates,
that
right?
answer.
Those types of things.
And we'll start directing all questions.
We're just going to start directing Cachet.
Yeah.
And I tell you, Cachet, don't worry
No,
about
I
it.
love my Sid.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
It's a 30-year note. At the end of that 30 years, in fact, don't even worry about paying anything for those 30 years.
What?
At year 30, we're going to come back and we'll determine how much you owe us, what the interest rate is at that point.
Well, that's different.
Would you take that loan?
I would.
Heck yeah, I
most
would.
likely take that.
You
yes.
would take that without knowing what your interest rate is going to be 30 years from now.
Oh, wait. Okay.
You don't know what the interest rate is.
No, I would not. That's why I said most likely, but I'd need to know some more information.
You need to know more information. Well, that's exactly, and the reason why I go that route is because I want to relate it to people's financial planning. When they invest in 401k IRA, they don't know what the interest rate is when they go to use that money 20, 30 years from now.
Great point.
Taxes are going to be much higher, which is why I bring up the number 0 in reference to the movie and book documentary, The Power of 0 by David McKnight. That's our main focus in our firm, is showing people how to not worry about that interest rate, so on, or their tax rate later on in retirement, how to effectively move all of their assets off the IRS's radar for income tax purposes so that they can retire in a 0% tax bracket, allowing them to get all of their Social Security, tax-free.
There is a 0% tax bracket.
There is a 0% tax bracket.
Meaning, doesn't matter how much your net worth is, right?
Doesn't
Because
matter.
usually it determines how your net worth depends
You
on
know,
what bracket you fall in.
y'all probably heard of this guy, Warren Buffett.
Oh,
Oh my gosh!
never heard of him.
You know he's in a lower effective tax bracket than his executive assistant.
really?
Yes, he is.
He's in the billions.
He is the second wealthiest man on planet Earth.
Wow.
Yet he is in a lower effective tax bracket than his executive assistant because he's using these exact same strategies. Warren Buffett actually holds the world record for the most insurance owned by an individual.
Wow.
He's using these strategies. And the way I look at it, if he's the second wealthiest man in the world, only second to Jeff Bezos of Amazon, he's accomplished a lot in his life.
Yeah.
If it's the strategy's working for him,
work
why
for
wouldn't
us.
it work for normal John Smith, Jane Smith American who can learn these strategies?
How does it work?
So, you know, Shane, we talk a lot about insurance, and insurance is a great way to do it. There's others too.
There's
right?
others.
There's municipal bonds and Roth products if you fit into those constraints. Those all work as well, right? But the idea is this: when you file your tax return in retirement, right? My idea of fun is for you to have hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in cash flow,
Okay.
not income,
Sure.
right? And that seems like a semantical difference,
Yeah.
but according to the IRS, a lot of these vehicles, be it insurance or you know, municipal bonds and things, the interest, none of it's taxable. In fact, when you talk about insurance, there's actually not even a single line item on your tax return anywhere to talk about withdrawals from insurance. As a result, it's all tax exempt, right? Most people, to Shane's original point,
Right.
are going to rely on 401ks, IRAs, brokerage accounts, et cetera, all of which have their own sort of tax code that go with them, all of which generate income, right? I want to generate as much cash flow as possible. As a result, no taxes.
Ryan, you know it. There's not a line on a 1040 about your insurance.
Not a one.
Not a one.
Will that change?
It could, right? I mean, the IRS literally kind of makes it up as they go along, right? And we all know they need more money, right? So to Shane's point, I don't know how, you know, the top tax bracket today is 37%, plus you get nailed with a 3% Obamacare surcharge for a total of 40%. I don't know, you know, I'm 38. 27 years from now, if I retire at 65, I don't know if 40 is going to be 50 or 60 or 80, but I got a pretty idea it's going to be higher.
Right.
How much higher? I don't really know. So, you know, to that point, it's just we've got to be conscious, right, of there's a lot of perception out there that when you retire, you're going to be in a lower tax bracket.
Right.
I just don't see how, right? Because you can say, look, I make $100,000 now. Well, 30 years from now, that $100,000 lifestyle is going to cost you $200,000 with inflation.
Right.
So even if your kids are gone and the mortgage is paid for, you're never getting back to a $100,000 lifestyle.
Right.
Which means if taxes didn't stay the same, if taxes stayed the same, you're at the same point.
Right.
Right?
Wow.
But if we believe taxes are going to be higher, you're going to be even higher. There's no way, this idea, hey, put money in these tax-deferred accounts, and you're going to be in a lower tax bracket later, that's not really a thing, right?
Well,
and
the
also,
idea also, right, and I hate to interrupt, but is to say that when you're in retirement, you're not looking to play all these different games. And you just need the cash.
You're done.
Correct.
You
You
need
need
the
the
cash.
cash.
You need the cash just to live and live.
And-
right.
Show me the money!
Exactly it, and that's why I actually brought a copy of this today, The Power of Zero. What it really talks about is the national debt crisis that's going on right now. Baby boomers retiring, where we used to have 49 people putting into Social Security for every one taking out.
Yeah.
We're at 2 to 1 now.
Wow.
So it's something that's systematically failing over time. Do I believe that Social Security is going to get eliminated from the government? No, I do not. Good luck for that politician to get reelected. That's their number one objective. What's an easier fix is to increase those taxes in order to cover the debt. So this is the video that I brought. If
Wow.
you're interested, you can reach us. We'll happily send you a DVD. If you like what you see, you can definitely reach out to us and have a consultation.
What's the
with us.
phone number to your office over there?
832-221-2995. That's my direct line. You can reach me directly on there, and I'll make sure that we get you scheduled.
Wow. Fitzpatrick
Yes,
Group,
sir.
Ryan Moorhead, Shane Rankin. Shane, it's always a pleasure having you on Financial Friday, and you're coming back.
Yes, sir.
You always bring somebody interesting with you. This time you
sir.
really nailed it. So you got it's hard
Yeah.
to step the game up from here. But you definitely coming back, Fitzpatrick Group. We're going to take a short break. We come back. We're going to talk about what's coming up next week. Do not go away.
Hey, don't change that dial. We will be right back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show. Angela Aja, author and writer of the book Summit to Soar, is hosting her book launch party at the Butler House on January 10th from 6 to 8 p.m., located at 23931 Butler Road in Spring, Texas. The evening will feature her 5 stages of the rise of a woman, a book cover reveal, a reading by the author, light bites, and drinks. Please RSVP through the event on Facebook, Summit to Soar. Thank you to the generous sponsors, the Butler House Restaurant, Writing Boutique, and Behind the Gates magazine of Carlton Woods.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNY 91.1 FM.
Could your business use more customers? Could your business use more online traffic? Sponsor with 91.1 The Boss radio station and let our multimedia radio station promote your business. Contact us today at 713-370-5051.
Follow us at KNLY 91.1 FM.
Woohoo! We're back with the Daily Buzz Radio Show.
Daily Buzz Radio Show. This has been Financial Friday. Hey, next week, Monday, of course, is Christmas Eve. You're going to see a show from the blast from the past. Same thing on Tuesday because it is Christmas Day. And we're going to go ahead and recuperate on Wednesday. But next Thursday, we'll be back live at 5, actually live at noon on Daily Buzz Radio Show. So tune in Monday through Friday, except next week, Thursday and Friday. We'll have pre-recorded the first part of the week on the Daily Buzz Radio Show. Next week, we have some very interesting guests. Back next week with Financial Friday again. Bradley with Leah Law Firm here in the Woodlands. He's back. Take your legal questions. We will see you next week. Have a wonderful Christmas. Love you guys. Woo!